Hello everybody. Happy Monday to you. Welcome out to an April 11th edition of The Weekly. I hope you guys are doing well today. Like I said, this is your update video for Monday, April 11th, 2022. And I've got a few things for you. Most of them are reminders for what's coming up in the next 7 days because we've got a lot headed our way with the week of Easter here. So what I want to do today is I want to just mention a couple of things from this past weekend and go over our schedule, and then we'll take a look at what we have planned on Sunday morning. The other thing that I want to mention too is I'm trying to work out some technical issues with these live streams. I've been incredibly dissatisfied with the sync of the audio and the video, and I don't know what the billions of dollars the tech companies, what they're doing with that money, but it's not going toward making it easier to just stream to two platforms at once. It's there's a lot of technical issues with it. Anyway, I'm obviously oversimplifying a very complex issue. So, for the sake of humor, really, and at the end of the day, isn't that what's most important? Well, let's dive into this today, and to do so, I first want to recap yesterday, everything that happened yesterday. I want to highlight and affirm everybody involved with the children's choir performance yesterday morning, Tale of Three Trees. I hope you guys were able to catch that. If not, you can go to our YouTube channel and, of course, check that out. You can go to the FB Maryville Facebook page and watch a replay of it if you didn't catch it live. But I thought it was a really great way to set up Holy Week and something different that we've not done before. So I want to thank Alicia and Colleen for all of their work on this. They have been working tirelessly, and their families as well. Their families have been working tirelessly to put everything together and to make yesterday successful. So thank you guys. Thank you for your ideas, and thank you for all of your hard work to make that a possibility. And really, that wouldn't exist without their idea to do that play in the first, or to do that musical in the first place. It wouldn't exist without their work in running rehearsals and communication with parents. And so I think it's just a great example of what ownership looks like within the team. And I'm very grateful for that, and was happy to play a supportive role for what they for what they accomplished yesterday morning. So well done, everybody involved, and of course the well done to all of the students, to all of our young musicians. I think you guys probably saw and observed that there are some really bright days ahead of us as far as music and the arts are concerned here at FB Maryville. The second thing that I want to highlight is last night's worship night, and I want to thank those of you who came and were a part of that, and for those of you who watched online, appreciate you tuning in to that as well. And it was a powerful time to set our hearts and our minds, focus them toward Holy Week. I want to thank the band who was involved. We had a really long rehearsal in the afternoon, yesterday afternoon, and then, of course, an hour-long service, which is always an energy drainer. But you guys did a great job. You had a great attitude, and you brought your best, and I appreciate that too. So thank you to all who participated, and of course, thank you to those worship team members who came out and played an active role, not only in building into your own spiritual development, but also building into the discipleship and the service of our folks here within this community. So thank you for that. Okay, let's get on to today's list itinerary of things that we need to go through. Number one is very quick, but I want to remind you that blockout dates are due, I think they were due last week. But if you've not already put in your blockout dates, take just a moment, 30 seconds or so, go in, put in your blockout dates, and make sure that those are ready to go, because your team leaders will be putting those schedules together starting today. So if you are a team leader, you can go ahead and start putting those schedules together. And remember, this is for May and June of 2022. May and June. Make sure you get both of those months in there. Also, don't forget, team leaders, whenever you schedule, I think most of you are probably using the matrix view, but when you schedule, you have to send out emails. You have to send out the emails to the team members in order to finalize the process. Otherwise, they team unless a team member is actively checking their schedule in Planning Center, actually going into the app, looking and going to the schedule tab, which I know for myself personally, I don't ever do that. So I wouldn't expect that anybody else does that as a regular habit. So unless that happens, you wouldn't see your schedule, and you wouldn't see which requests that you've received unless you get the email update. So just a reminder on that, make sure you send out your emails after you've scheduled. I think that's all that I have to say about blockouts. I have rolled the how-to blockout video many times as far as putting in blockout dates on your app. If you have issues adding those dates and can't figure out the app, reach out to me, leave a comment below, or send me an email. Reach out to me. I'll be happy to link you to a video on that instead of taking more time today, because I really think everybody is up to date on that process, and I don't want to waste your time with that. Okay, so number 2 for today is I want to talk through this week's schedule. This is an unusual week, being Holy Week, and we have several extra activities going on. And all of this communication, or all of this information, has been communicated in the past, so none of this will be new to you. However, I think it will be a good reminder, as it is a rather busy time of year. First of all, this week on Wednesday evening, we will have a dress rehearsal for Monday, Thursday with the choir. This will be in the chapel at 6:30 p.m. We will run 6:30 to 9 o'clock p.m. Again, we may not take the entire time, but we've got that blocked out. And I also wanted to point out that for any time that we go past 8 o'clock p.m., there will not be childcare available for that portion. Childcare will only be available for the regular time, the regular portion on Wednesday evening. So if you, and we were having a conversation trying to think those of you who that would affect, and I don't think that should affect anybody who doesn't have a spouse to be able to provide support or something like that. So anyway, I'm making a lot of assumptions there. I understand, but we've tried to think through that process and structure it in a way that is most effective. If that's an issue, let me know, and we can talk through how to resolve that. But otherwise, just note that we will not have childcare for that later portion. Any portion of our rehearsal that goes past 8 o'clock p.m. Okay? Make note of that. And then on Thursday, we have, of course, our Monday, Thursday services. That is 6 o'clock, 7 o'clock, and 8 o'clock p.m. The call time for the choir is 4:45 p.m. We'll do some light warm-up exercises and touch a few spots in our repertoire before we get started. If you are attending, let me say this, to those of you who are attending this service but who are not performing with the choir, be sure to sign up online. Choir folks, you do not need to sign up online, but those who are attending and not performing do need to make sure that they sign up online. And in fact, in the description of today's video, I have included a link to the sign-up form. So all you have to do is go in there, click on the sign-up form, and you should be good to go. Okay? The next thing going on this week is the Community Good Friday service, which will be here this year. This is the part of the Maryville Ministerial Alliance. That Good Friday service will be here, and it'll be 6 o'clock p.m. in the worship center. And then for this weekend, we have our Easter services. Dress rehearsal, reminder, will be at 3 o'clock to 5 o'clock p.m. in the worship center. The rhythm section, that's guitar, bass, drums, and keys. I've asked you guys to come in at 2 p.m. I sent a text out about that this morning. Those of you who are playing with the team in the rhythm section, if you've not responded to that text, take a moment and shoot me a message and let me know, confirm that will work with your schedule, because that will be a very helpful time for us to get some of these new songs under our fingers before the rest of the team comes in, because there will be extra things to work on from a vocal standpoint there as well. Okay, so that, again, for the broad majority of the team, that rehearsal will be 3 to 5 p.m. Rhythm section, I'm asking you guys to come in at 2 p.m. We will do a production meeting at 5 o'clock p.m., and then we will go live for our first service at 5:30 p.m. on Saturday. For Sunday morning, the call time that morning is 6:45 a.m. This is for everybody. No matter what position you're working, call time is 6:45 a.m. We will do a quick rehearsal, and mainly we are just checking lines to make sure nothing changed overnight. We'll start a couple of songs, talk through some transitions, and then be finished by 7:10 a.m. I'm hoping. So that's only a 25-minute window there. So it is really important that you are here on stage, ready to go by 6:45 a.m. Then 7:30, 9 o'clock, and 10:30 a.m. will be our service times for Sunday morning. Okay, I think that's everything from a scheduling standpoint for this week. If there's something I missed that you have questions about, leave them in the comments below, or feel free to reach out via email or text this week. All right, let's talk through the plan then for the services. Okay, first of all, I think I want to make note of the fact that Sunday morning we will be having breakfast for the team members who are serving on Sunday morning backstage. It's going to be our second annual Easter Feaster. If you remember our first annual Easter Feaster back in 2019 maybe, and then the last 2 years we've not had it because there was a global pandemic going on, and it probably wasn't the best idea to serve food in a group setting. Anyway, we are picking up our annual, from 3 years ago, second annual Easter Feaster. So, you'll get to enjoy some rather fantastic cooking from some of our team members. And, of course, donuts, which are rather fantastic cooking from some of our area Dunkin' Donuts, which they're always fantastic too. Okay, let's take a look at the set list before this video spirals out of control. So let me bring this up here for us. Here we go. All right, this is our set for Sunday morning. We are, before the service, we're doing a brand new song called He Lives. This is, it should be everything that you need here in Planning Center as far as rehearsal track and click and guide. Take a look at that and let me know if you have any questions. Like I said, brand new song there. And then we have an arrangement by the Gettys of Crown Him with Many Crowns, key of C on this one. This has some really nice changes in it, and a cool violin part at the very beginning. Yeah, it sounds really cool. Have a listen to it. We'll then go straight from that into Who You Say I Am with Amanda Ballard leading, and we'll do this in our original key of F sharp. And then we'll go into the into King of Kings, but this will be the Agnus Dei King of Kings mashup version. We've done this one other time. It was I think back in October or November that we last did this arrangement, but note that in there. Okay, there's a specific track for that, and the lyrics follow a little. They're the same lyrics, but what gets called verse 1 and verse 2 and verse 3 is different than the original arrangement, because the verses and choruses that are used with Agnus Dei are included in the verse chorus count for the combined piece. So just have a listen to that and make sure you're ready to go with that. Okay, we'll then have our welcome spot, and then the choir will do this piece here called "Arise, My Soul, Arise." This is just for choir, piano, and violin. And Andrea will be playing the piano part on that. Andrea will be playing the piano part, it's a very reflective piece. Everything is linked there. You can have a listen to it. We'll then have our bumper, our message, and after the message, Tom's going to end this spot with Don Francisco's "He's Alive." I'm sure several of you will be familiar with this. It's got a lot of moving parts. There are no less than 1 million lyrics in this song. There's like 8 verses, and all of them are different. And so check that out. All the lyrics are attached. The chord chart, you should find a chord chart in there. Double check here. And there are 2 key changes. So those of you playing in the rhythm section do note that. Yeah, so there is a chord chart, and the key changes are noted in there too. So those of you playing in the rhythm section, note that. And just so you know, this will be one that we spend quite a bit of time on whenever we meet before the rest of the ensemble arrives on Sunday or on Saturday. Okay. Very good. Well, that is everything that we have for today. If you guys have questions as we work through the different events and activities happening this week, do feel free to reach out. Let me encourage you to participate this week. That is a good way for you to allow yourself to be shaped by the remembrance of this season. It's just participation, taking that action and being involved in the services, being involved within your community, with your small group. All of those things are really important for getting the most out of the remembrance of the Easter season. I hope you guys have a great week. I will see you I will see a lot of you on Wednesday night. I will see some of you on Thursday night. And then I hope to see all of you this weekend as we celebrate Easter. Take care, everybody.